I'm Antoine. Today on interview, Dardra and Matthieu, co-founder of HRLM Champagne. Let's go meet them.
Bonjour.
How are you?
So good.
Great,
How
great.
are you?
Very nice to meet you.
See you.
Mwah, mwah.
We
Monsieur
didn't
Matthieu?
come empty-handed, so we brought a little bit.
I love it.
Nice treat for you.
bubbles.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Tell me, let's start. Who are you? Where you from? How long you've been living in New York? Dardra, let's start with
Yes. Well, my name is Dardra,
you. Yes.
and I am originally from Harlem, New York.
Okay, a native.
Yes, I am a native, and I do currently still reside here. So
That's great.
I've seen Harlem go through many different phases, and now here we are.
Oh, that's great. And what about you, Matthieu? Don't tell me you're from Harlem. I won't believe it.
I am from Champagne, France, born
Champagne,
and
okay.
raised, and have been living in New York for over 10 years now.
Uh-huh.
My first residence in New York City was Harlem, and my first job in New York City was Harlem as well.
Okay.
And this brought us to a conclusion where we should come up with a Harlem Champagne, and the HRLM came to life.
Yeah.
Here
that's
it
great.
is.
So how did you get into that field? Is that because you're from the Champagne area as well? There was like a natural way of going into being a sommelier.
I don't-
Either a sommelier or winemaker in Champagne. Is that what it is?
I'm not gonna say that, not at all. It's my heritage, and I'm proud to bring it back out and talk about it, and just like I'm really proud of it.
Uh-huh.
But no, it's more about my love of like traveling and meeting people, and hospitality and restaurant business was just exactly what I love doing. So
Okay.
I ended up working restaurants and bars and clubs and traveling,
Uh-huh.
and then I arrived in New York. Before New York, I was in the Caribbean. This is where I started my career basically. And at some point, I just became like in love with like new wines, tasting wines, discovering wines, talking about wines, and the sommelier thing happened. Yeah.
And what about you, Dardra? How did you get into the champagne business? Did
Well,
you see just that as a business opportunity, or did you
Or a
see
hobby.
that, a hobby?
definitely a hobby first.
A hobby first. I love it. Yes.
But no, I am in the food and beverage industry. So
okay.
I'm a co-owner of Harlem Shake, and we
Uh-huh.
do sell beer, wine, and champagne there.
Oh.
So my background came from there, and then when I was introduced to Matthieu, then we started talking about champagne, and the rest is history.
So what was the locals' reaction first when you said, okay, we're gonna launch a Harlem Champagne? And I'm not talking only about the people in Harlem, I'm also talking about the people in Champagne. What was the reaction?
Well, speaking for the people in Harlem, the reaction that I have received has been super, super pleasant and super exciting.
Yes.
Anytime I show someone the bottle, first of all, they're so attracted to the fact that the letters of Harlem are in our name and on our brand. So I think that is definitely an eye catcher. Definitely gives people something to start talking about. So it's been a very warm welcoming, and I'm happy to say that, and I'm very thankful for that as well.
What about you, Matthieu? What
So-
happened in Reims? Did they say, what?
First of all, I'm a Champagne boy who traveled and ended up abroad, and I founded my family here. So, for me to not forget where I come from, it's to me something important. It's something that people where I'm from should be happy about. Other than that, the message that we want to pass through this bottle is I want to stop the fact that people think that champagne is only for celebration. People champagne is not only for a birthday or a graduation or a deal signed. Champagne, champagne
No, I like
should
deal
be.
sign personally.
We all love this, but why not having a beer when you sign a deal, and why not drinking champagne in the morning without having anything to celebrate?
That's
To
a
me,
very good
champagne is
idea.
a great product. It's healthy. It has very low calories. This champagne in particular, in a year or two from now, is going to be certified organic. I'm all about sustainability. I'm all about healthiness, wellness, and this is the message today. Is like, don't wait for a celebration to open a bottle of champagne.
All of you in charge of distributing the champagne right now, or are you working with distributors in New York, in the New York State?
So this is a good question. We are really on the phase one of putting the champagne on the market. It took us a long time to come up with the flavor
This way?
profile.
You want to go this way?
We can go this way.
Okay.
Yeah, so the flavor profile, the brand design, the message, and all this. Distribution to me is something, you know, that comes second. So for now, we are really hands-on 100%. We found a partner that distributes New York, New Jersey, Connecticut.
Okay.
We're expanding to Florida very soon because we already have demand down there.
Okay.
We
Great.
also have a big demand in Georgia, and we have an open discussion with a few distributors there. And really, I mean, honestly, to me, my strategy is Harlem is in New York. I would like to focus on New York State first, make sure we're known and established in New York State.
This new venture, Dardra, shown you new parts of you that you didn't know you had before?
Absolutely. I would say just the motivation behind it and just seeing the pickup of, you know, how our movement is doing and how our progress is doing. It's really motivated me. It's motivated me to just want to work harder, but just want to show out for my community. So it is HRLM Champagne. So I know what I'm working for. It's more than just me. It's more than just the brand. It says a lot for where I come from and where we are. So.
And what about you, Matthieu?
To me, it's a major achievement, because being a little Frenchie arriving in New York 10 years ago was it was scary. I was in this big city. I had my heavy accent. I barely spoke English. I didn't know anyone. All I had was, you know, my smile and my where I'm come from, Champagne. Oh, you're from Champagne. This is amazing. I used that in a way that helped me like grow. And for me now to be able to really deliver a product that's coming from my home, from my hometown, and give it to New York, give it to Harlem, it's just an achievement.
Surprised to see the champagne being served in some places. You know, you didn't expect the champagne being served there, for instance.
I want to say I was surprised by all the support we got right away.
Oh yeah?
Well, yeah, it's
great.
It's, you know, I mean, it's not Harlem, it's New York. Like, well, we don't want to focus on Harlem. It's the New York community. So we've been seeing a lot of support, like shown by like all our friends from restaurants, hotels, retails. You know, and retail has been something, you know, during the pandemic, a lot of people have been ordering a little bit more wine than usual.
Totally.
To get through this like difficult time. So I would say the surprise, yes. Why? Just because it was very quick and it came from the heart, and it was like a very big.
Would you describe the champagne? Let's start with you.
Well, I would say the champagne is refreshing, delicious, elegant, but very tasteful. It's subtle, it's clean, but it has a wonderful, and I'd like to say glamorous taste.
What do you say of people that are still afraid of moving to Harlem, living in Harlem? What do you think?
They should,
you know, people, you know, from outside of New York, for instance. You know, me as a real estate agent, you know, there's always, you know, like a line they draw in the sand, where, you know, it's very rare that I have people say, okay, do you have any places in Harlem, for instance? So
I think
what would
they're
you
wrong.
say to those people?
I think they're wrong in the first place. I mean, look where we are. It's beautiful. Look at the heritage, the architecture. You have a soul here, more than like many other places in Manhattan. I have to say, actually, this place is special. This place is carrying like so much history from, like, you know.
And speaking of history, being that we're in 2021, we talked about 100 years of the Harlem Renaissance.
Yes.
And I think that today, in today's day and age here in Harlem, it's present. You see it, you know, not only physically in the architecture, in the buildings, in the streets, but within the people. And we have a very communal neighborhood. this is a neighborhood where people know your names, or they know your dogs or your kids, or whichever it may
have a
be.
dog.
So, see? So I think that's beautiful about here. There's nothing to be afraid of.
If you were a tool or an object to promote or to make the champagne, what would you be?
Ooh, okay. Very interesting.
I love this kind of thing.
I would have to say I would definitely be a set of crystal champagne glasses.
Crystal.
Because you shouldn't be drinking the champagne alone. You have to drink it with a friend or someone you love.
Yeah.
And it's elegant, it's beautiful, it's going to be a nice host for the champagne and the taste. So I would definitely be a set
Okay.
of beautiful champagne glasses.
Beautiful champagne glasses it is.
I think I
And
know
for you.
who I am.
What?
Okay, tell me.
I think I'll be a big like gold sword,
A gold-
Ooh.
so I can be of like the best use to savor the champagne to be poured into those beautiful crystal glasses. No, thank you.
Yes, thank
for
you
the
very
support.
much.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Please, please, please.
Yes, thank you. Cheers.
To your success.
Santé.
Thank you.
To your
And to
success.
yours.
Merci.
Well deserved. That's it, folks. That was Dardra and Matthieu from HRLM Champagne. So remember, if you're looking for a glamorous tasting champagne, please buy it. You can find it. Where can you find it?
Freeland Liquors on Lenox Avenue here in Harlem.
Okay. So guys, you know the drill. Please, subscribe, like, comment,
Follow.
share, follow.
Yes.
They're on Instagram. We're
Drink.
on Instagram. Drink.
Cheers.
Okay, and cheers. Okay, but in the meantime, it's
Selfie
Selfie
time.
Selfie time.
Let's do it.
let's do it. You ready?
We're ready.
Almost.
Almost.
Here we go. Let's
Where is
go.
that? Where is that? Where are we? Where are we? Where are we?
Here we go.
Boom.
Say Harlem.
One. Harlem.
Harlem.
Harlem.